Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to a brand new set of shorts from the Ashes. I am your host, Phoenix, along with my little minion, Arson. That's for
Trying
last
to
week.
downplay me still.
You know what you called me. You know what you did.
The top dog.
So, if you guys don't know, Arson's been still trying to overthrow me, and it's not working.
It's
Can
working.
you say dictatorship?
A tyrant.
Tyrant, yes. Tyrant Phoenix. So today we are going to be talking about our favorite thing to do during the Christmas season, and that is right, Halloween candy. And with us today on this journey is going to be our co-host as well, Grim. Grim, how you doing?
Doing great. I'm very excited to get into
Yeah,
this
he's got a full belly. He's ready to go, man.
He's got
as a professional fat person. I look very forward to this.
Hey, same. Got a little tear in my eye. That's 2 weeks in a row. No. But anyways, yeah, so today we are going to be doing our candy tier list. You know, since it is Christmas time, right? We need to do a tier list for candy. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah, tis the season
Absolutely.
to be spooky.
Tis the season to be spooky. And it's our Halloween candy tier list because you know what?
You thought it was over?
You thought it was
my
over.
parting words. It's
Let me just say this. You know what? I love Christmas, but it butts into Halloween and Thanksgiving like none other. And I'm tired of it. So you know what? It is time for Halloween to get its, revenge. And time for Christmas to get its comeuppance because we're bringing Halloween to December. So this is going to be one December to remember because it's all about Halloween candy here. And we are doing a tier list of our 30 of the best Halloween candies out there. And yeah. And so just to jump into this, and always, guys, by the end of this episode, we will have our tier list pushed up for you guys to see. And every episode after, we will do a recap, and then we will finalize that recap and, and so on and so forth. But you'll get to see it as long as you are on the YouTube. You got to be on the YouTube. So you can't watch the videos on any of the podcasts, which is great. Gives you a little bit of difference. But anyways, here we go. So
I'm sure they'll be able to see the candies with these blurry images you've cobbled together.
Well, all right. Well, first image that I'm going to read off is such a great candy, and that is peanut M&Ms. What do you guys think of peanut M&Ms? You know what, Grim, you go first.
They're solid. They're not my favorite M&M, but I do prefer them over normal M&Ms.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So basically, they'd be like your second choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually third on his list.
He's like
number one is peanut butter.
Number two are brownie. No, caramel. All right. So what about you, Arson? What do you think of peanut M&Ms?
They're fine, honestly. I'm not really big on M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate them, but I'm just, they're there.
Yeah.
And sure, I'll pick them once in a while, so it's not like yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way to. No, I will go get them if I feel like it, if I fancy a bag. But as for peanut M&Ms, not sure. But I'm kind of mixed about them.
Yeah,
it's kind of whatever.
So you're kind of a mixed nut.
I'm a mixed nut.
Well, okay, so they are probably one of my favorite M&Ms. However, it's a really close tie between two. So, it's really close. Maybe not a tie, but peanut M&Ms may be a little bit ahead just because of the nostalgia. But the other ones I feel like are just have a little bit. No, I don't know. They're creamier, dreamier, and tastier. So that being said, I do love me a good peanut M&M. I would choose those over regular M&Ms any day of the week. All right, so let's go with the newbie. Where would you place them? In the rankings, guys. Again, remember we go by S, A, B, C, D tiers. So Grim, where would you place a peanut M&M if you had to place it? Because you have to. So where?
Yeah. I'm gonna say B tier.
Okay. What about you?
I think
I will also go B tier.
So B and B, not M&M.
Yep, B and B, not M&M. B and B.
All right. So I myself would place it in A tier. I think it's a really good candy. However, two B's and one A do not mix. So I think we all would agree that it would go right here at the very front of the pack for now. Oh, granted, it's only one up there. But we got more for now. But we got more on the rise. So all right. So M&M peanut variety lands a solid B plus. All right. So that brings us to our next one. Arson, why don't you take it on the next one?
Oh, well, I'd be delighted to, except I could barely freaking see that blurry. Is that another M&M?
It is, and it's got a red pack.
It's classic?
No, it's peanut butter.
Oh, okay. A tier. Already better than peanut.
Well, hold on. We gotta talk.
No. You already got my vote. What more could be said about M&Ms? It's literally the same thing, except it's got peanut butter in it. Like what? Are you yanking my leash or something? What's going on here?
No, not me. I would never do
All
that.
right, Grim, go ahead. Tell us exactly why these things are so much better than the peanut M&Ms.
Well, I mean, number one, you can't boil peanut butter. That's already a plus.
Well, you could.
No! Shut your mouth!
But I mean, it's just peanut butter is just better. Like peanut is good, but peanut butter is just better.
What if they had? What if they had crunchy peanut butter M&Ms?
I'd be willing to try that, but it'd probably like break your freaking tooth.
Probably. So okay, where would you put it then? Before I even say
high
mine?
A.
All right. So as it comes to me, the one that I said that was possibly a little bit better.
Well, actually, I'm allergic to peanut butter.
Actually, there we go. I need a drink because I can't do that right now. I don't have saliva. Hold on.
You need a voicing coach, man.
Oh, here. How about this?
Actually,
that's cheating.
All right, so I love peanut butter M&Ms. They are slightly better than the peanut variety. It's just something about that creamy goodness inside of chocolate, inside of candy. And it's just a really, really good M&M. And I also would place that as a high A. So I think that we got our answer. We got peanut M&Ms in the B and the beautiful tasting peanut butter M&Ms at a high A. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
Exactly. Where it belongs.
Right where it belongs.
Right where it belongs, mate.
Oh, all right, Governor. All right. Jan's going to slap us. All right. So next, I am going to give this to Grim to talk about. And since he can't see what it is, apparently Arson can't either. We're talking about
you put such blurry images. I can't.
Blurry.
Like, yes, they are.
No. The guys
you
say will not be
like
blurry for you, I promise.
144p.
So anyways, it is a Three Musketeers bar.
Is that what that is?
That is. It's a bunch of them mixed together. Yes.
I swear, from a distance, I had to get closer, and like from a distance, like it looked like freaking peppermint candy.
All right, so Three Musketeers.
I don't think I've eaten very many of them, and if I have, like, I'm not a crazy big fan of chocolate, so the highest I could give it would be a C, because it's just, gosh. I don't know.
It's, let me tell you, Three Musketeers has such a nougaty center of chocolate goodness.
Nougaty.
Like it is like the bougie candy bar. Like I love it. You know, it's one of my favorites. And I'm sorry, I will not give it anything less than an S. So that is my take on a wonderful tasting Three Musketeers.
Well, unfortunately, this isn't your opinion.
I mean, that part was my opinion. So
This is our opinion.
so where are you gonna break my heart, Arson?
D.
You're full of crap.
Oh
No, hell no, I'm not allowed.
All right. This
I'm
is
gonna
a big...
say it. No, it's unfortunate because I haven't had enough of either candy, but I just feel like Three Musketeers and Milky Ways are the same to me.
No, Milky Ways have caramel.
I'm sorry, Phoenix. It's the truth for me. I haven't had enough of either candy to just distinguish the two of them that much.
I'm just saying, Milky
And I
Ways...
know there's a difference between the two of them, but every time I look at them both, I'm just like, it's the same thing.
They just like mesh packaging together and they become the same packaging to him.
Yeah, it's just like, well, that's kind of just the same thing, just with a different name.
He breaks
Except
my
one's
heart.
nougatier.
One's nougatier, and the other one has caramel strip at the top. So, you know, like there's caramel on that Three Musketeers. I'm sorry, on that Milky Way. Hence why the Milky Way that goes across the center. See?
Of course. Thank you for enlightening me.
So with your BS, you're giving it a D. You're full.
I'm not giving it a D, but
okay. So where are you gonna place
I'm giving it a C.
All right. So with me having an A or an S and you guys having two C's, do you think that would pull that to a B, like a low B?
B minus.
I think that's like a middle B.
Do you think a middle B?
All right,
okay.
now B minus.
I think middle.
The B minus.
So it would be just a regular B then, not a B minus if it's middle.
B.
All right.
Beans.
Well, beans. Legumes.
All right, freaking
jumping
zombie.
beans.
All right. So we've got 3 down so far, and we've got only about 7 more to go for this episode. So, all right, next one is Bit O Honey. Does anybody have any experience with Bit O Honey? If you've look, let me just say, if you have gotten Halloween candy, I guarantee you've had Bit O Honey in there.
Well, I hate to make you bitter, but I've never had this.
Really?
Me neither. Like if I have gotten it, I just gave it to my mom. Like because when I was a kid and I didn't like chocolate and stuff, a lot of my Halloween candy went to my mom, and that's why Halloween is her favorite holiday.
So, funny story, because Bit O Honey has such nostalgia to me because of my dad, and I love it so much. It's basically a made of honey, and it's got like almond pieces in it and stuff like that. It's kind of like a honey caramel, kind of caramel, but it's so good, and I love it. But I can't rank everything super high. So to be honest, definitely an S. No, I'm kidding. So if I was to rank this, and I love, like I said, I do love it. Shut up. But I'd actually have to give it a B probably. And
I mean, I feel like me and Grim can collectively agree that we'll just let you rank this one because, you know.
Yeah.
All right, up here. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, if you really wanted to, you have the power.
Nah, I'm not going to take advantage of that because, you know, I don't think it's an S tier candy, but it's got so much nostalgia to me that I love it. Bit O Honey is always a part of me. I've also got another piece of candy on here that's a very nostalgic to me, but I love it more than Bit O Honey. So, but Bit O Honey is going to get a B for me. So, all right. On that note, we got our next candy, which is Tootsie Roll Pops. And I'll let Arson go ahead with this one.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
3.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
3.
I'll say the ads are extremely memorable. As for the candy itself, it entirely depends on the flavor.
What's your favorite flavor?
Oh, I'd have to say cherry.
I was gonna say, what's your favorite flavor and why is it cherry?
But yeah, why is it cherry? Well,
So
because it's cherry.
yeah.
I
So-
feel like everything else is kind of redundant.
No, I don't know. They've got like a pomegranate one now
Hey,
that's really
hey,
good.
I
Do
take
they have a
offense to that.
pomegranate
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have that one then.
They have
That's
a
like the
good-
ultra. That's the ultra rare flavor.
It's so good, dude.
There's always those candies with the ultra rare flavors that you never hear about, and they're like the best things in the world.
Yeah. So I think the one that is probably not the best out of that is actually the chocolate. Because
Yeah, why would you add
Yeah.
more chocolate to your
Right.
Yeah,
chocolate?
yeah.
right, all the other ones, the grape ones are great. I like them all, but the chocolate one's just like whatever.
It's so redundant. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you, Graham? What was your favorite flavor of the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pops?
Mine is a tie between orange and lemon.
Oh, I knew he was gonna say orange.
Lemon.
Oh, damn! I knew I should have said something, man.
When the hell did they have a lemon one?
It's like it's got its own little special packaging and everything too. Yeah, it's just like a
Whoa,
lemon.
okay. It's awesome to know you guys are just finding all these flavors. Meanwhile, I was stuck with the same basic 4 all these years.
I mean, hey, you
Freaking
had
so
orange,
basic.
all right.
Look,
Orange.
Orange.
the raspberry to me was not that great. The orange was good. The grape was good.
The hell are you talking about all these different flavors?
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's many different ones, but I've never seen a lemon one. Like, that's interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I mean, like, they're not like super common around
Mhm.
here, but I mean, like, if I go into a store and I sift through the little box, I mean, yeah, you'll find one eventually.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, so where would you place it? We'll go with Arson first.
I'd give it a low A.
Okay.
They're honestly quite. They're quite nice to have.
It's a
They're
2-in-1
quite nice
candy
to
too.
find as well. Yeah.
You know. Have you had the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop, like the minis? They come in a box without the stick. And it's
Oh
just
yeah.
Oh
Dude, they're
yeah, I prefer
so
I
good.
prefer the big ones though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
those are good for like because the mini ones actually have a couple different more flavors in it too. So
Oh, I guess that's fair.
yeah, but anyways, okay. So Graham, where would you place it?
Honestly, low A isn't a bad one. I don't know if I fully agree with that though. Like, there's a lot. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Low A is good. Low A
I
is
mean,
good.
I also
Asshole.
agree with low A because it's a staple. It's been around. I remember who doesn't remember the How Many Licks commercial? You know what I mean? I mean, even if you didn't grow up in that time, you've heard those commercials. Like, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I don't know if you also did it, but like like getting it to the point where it was weak enough, and then crunching it into the Tootsie Roll, and then like you had like the pop and like the
Yeah.
roll. It was
Mhm.
nice.
I just do that regardless.
I've done that too.
Yeah,
but
I-
most of the time I can't. I literally am the one that choose, 1, 2, that's usually me. So, but yeah, I have done that before. It is quite nice. All right. So moving on, we've got Warheads. Warheads are next. And since this is one of Arson's picks, I want him to go with it.
This is my ace in the hole. These are absolutely diabolical, but there's just something about them. I don't know why. Like hell, even just thinking about them right now is like getting my mouth watered. It's terrible. It's like bracing itself. Like no, please.
Yeah.
These things leave their scar on you. But like, man, the anticipation, man, it's like a drug.
The thing is I don't like to suck face with myself, and that's what I feel like I'm doing when I put one of these in my mouth. So I've never seen the appeal of eating super sour things.
It's at this point, it's only the sour. I feel like the hard candy itself is quite ass. I guess
Yeah.
depending on the flavor.
It's just the sourness. You'd get okay, so that'd be the interesting thing though.
I mean,
is you would get like one that was lackluster in the sour, like, and then another one you'd eat, and it was just like you would pucker for the next 3 weeks because it was so sour. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, but to me, I don't know. They just weren't that. I liked like fireballs, like the atomic fireballs. I love those. Which that could have been something we added to this. But anyways, we have enough. But Warheads to me were just iffy. So So what about you, Grim?
I think I've only ever had one, and that's probably for good reason. Because I I like some sour stuff, but like if I get a pack of like sour Skittles, I'll wait days because I just don't know if I'm mentally ready to handle that. So I think the one time I had a Warhead, I was about to collapse in on myself.
Oof, man. Well, look, it's not like I go. Look, I do not go to the store and search these things out, like at all.
Mhm.
So if I get it, it's because it's mixed in with a pack of like candy that I got
Something
for
else.
Halloween and stuff like that. So that's the only way I'll even come across these anymore. But all right, so that being said, your diabolical plan, where would you rate it?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Grim.
No, not Grim. You.
All right. Well, in Grim's voice, I will rank it in C tier.
That is not what I sound like.
Dude, that sounded almost exactly like him. That
Yo,
was
Grim,
good.
what the hell?
All right. All right. You know what? This is the picture of that one dude in the pool all over again.
Anyways, all right. So you got C
As
tier.
much as I love the sour stuff, though, yeah, I would rank it like C tier. Like the sour is great; it's like a
Mhm.
drug, but the rest is just shit. I don't like the
Yeah.
hard candy.
Well, all right. So what about you, Grim? The one time you did have it
I-
or so.
I'd say I agree. Most of the appeal comes from the fact that it's just incredibly sour.
And see, that's no
The
appeal to
actual-
me. I would actually
Yeah.
rank that probably as a D for me because I'm not a big fan of it. But between two C's and a D, I would say that'd be what, C minus, like over
Yeah.
here. You know, so anything else would go in front of it as of right now, unless otherwise specified. And and see that whine and groan that Arson just said and did means it's time for his favorite candy of all time.
D tier, D tier, D tier, straight into D tier.
We have talked about this candy before throughout all of October, and it is here finally, the tier list, and we
You
are
know
going
my
to rank.
standing on this.
We're gonna rank candy corn. Now we know what Arson thinks, so his tier is D. Okay, mine is going to be very
Don't
opposite.
give this scumbag the satisfaction, Grim.
So, Grim, where would you place candy corn? Everybody knows candy corn. You can't say you've never had it because I'm sorry.
It deserves its own tier below D.
S
It's
plus.
not worthy.
So, where would you rank? And do not let him sway your position.
Oh,
What?
he's gonna-
What do you think? Where do you think it should be placed?
S plus plus. I mean, it's clearly the great. No, I'm kidding.
Well, let's go a little
okay.
overboard.
Okay, so I definitely don't hate it with the passion that Assassin does,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like high D at best.
Oh wow.
Like, it's just not like you could have a handful of candy corn, but the minute you have more than a handful, it feels like your body is like just convulsing. It's just not good. It's just not good.
Okay.
Like you can have
So-
a little bit of it, but
I have said this in a previous podcast. It is good when it's in moderation. Is exactly how I put it. And
Mhm.
I think that I don't care what you guys say, that stuff would be at least A minus to me. Maybe B. However, if Zombie was in here, but he's not, so he's not a part of this, but he's gonna roll over in his proverbial mausoleum.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I will agree on a C
No.
below Warheads.
Absolutely
But
not.
I'm sorry, two D's and
Put it Put it in D.
Two
I-
D's and an A tier does not
I
equal
will
D.
give it the top of D.
To be fair, I did say D plus, so I think absolute bottom of the barrel of C tier is fair. I do
Agreed.
think that is fair, but only in the sense that nothing will ever go above it.
I shudder in
Or
disbelief that
below it.
another one of these candies is going to be below candy corn.
There is going to be one candy in my eyes below candy corn.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure it's above candy corn.
But that's BS because you don't.
No,
Whatever.
well, this list is already ruined. You're gonna have to
C.
add more candies if you want a candy
Fine.
in D
You
tier.
want to talk?
You
You want to
see
talk?
the
You want to talk? Come on. It's an S tier. No, I'm kidding. All right. So that
Buy
being
a
said,
pound is like what was it? 25 cents? Some bullshit.
all right. So then
Throw it in your face like a sack of nickels.
bring it back flashbacks, huh? What was it called before? Remember? Do you remember what it was called? Chicken feed. It was called chicken feed.
Yeah, I remember. I saw that episode.
Yeah. All right, so it was called chicken feed before it became candy corn. All right, so next on the list is we got 3 more left, guys. Butterfinger. Anybody want to talk about that real quick? Especially since Grim, this was your pick. So
Okay. Minimum, I'm gonna say has to be a high B, because like it's got such a thin layer of chocolate that it's not disgusting to eat, right? And then like the super nice satisfying crunch of like the I don't know what to call it, the crystallized like peanut butter. Like that's just satisfying. So
It's
I
almost
think
like toffee.
minimum has minimum has to be a B plus.
I'd give it a mid B.
So I am going to say this. When Nestle owned the right to Butterfinger, I would have put it much higher. But when they sold that along with the Crunch Bar and a couple other things to some other company, and they couldn't use the Nestle chocolate anymore, and now they're using this other chocolate that's not as good to me, it does not taste the same to me.
That's fair.
So I will give you your B, but only above Bit O' Honey, because that's for me. Because OG Butterfinger was amazing when they came out with that candy bar. It was just like the best. And then when they came out with it, who do you think sponsored it? Freaking Bart Simpson, who didn't want a Butterfinger, you know? So that's where I place that for you. Do you guys agree with that?
I'm being honest, I only really remember it for the ads.
The ads used
no
to be
one
the
lays a finger
on my Butterfinger. Hey man, no, but that's what I'm saying. The memes of today were the ads of yesterday. So you know, all right. So yeah, we got that listed, and now we have our next one, which is gummy bears. The Haribo or whatever, however it's pronounced. Those har. So what do you guys think of gummy bears? Like just that.
Gummy bears are great. I love gummy bears, especially when you freeze them. They're great. I will say this: Haribo is one of my least favorite brands of gummy bear.
Yeah, I gotta side with Grim here. They're not the best.
Have you tried their sugar-free ones?
Don't even start.
Get out.
The sugar-free ones will make you crap yourself. So I'm just saying.
Great diet plan, guys. I swear.
No, to be honest, if we had more time, I'd go into my whole spiel about how like I wanted to like buy 2 bags of the the zip up bags of gummy bears, and then I'd empty out the one and put the sugar-free ones in the other and just let it sit there. Anybody that just come in and open it and steal my gummy bears would pay for it later. I'm just saying, but I do like gummy bears as a whole, and I would say, if we're just speaking gummy bears in general, taking about the Haribo out, where would you place gummy bears in general?
Low
gummy
S.
bears as a whole? Yeah, I'd give it a low S. Gummy bears are fantastic.
All right, gummy bears,
especially frozen.
What about worms? Gummy worms? No, I'm just kidding. Same thing, right?
Kind of the same deal.
I mean,
yeah.
kinda, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so there we go, and we got our last one coming up, guys. And I know this probably seems a little rushed, but this isn't like the DVD tier list or the Star Trek tier list. We don't really need to spend like 10, 15 minutes on one piece of candy, right? So, if you guys don't like our list, let us know what you think about it.
Go fuck yourself. No, just
This is our
sorry.
list.
I'm sorry. That came out of my mouth. I'm sorry.
Who else?
He's still
would like
seething
to
about
see,
the candy corn.
Who
yeah,
else
I'm still on the high.
I was gonna say, who else would like to see candy corn higher? Let me know. No. So
Should be lower.
This brings us to our last one, and this is one of my favorite candies of all time. Matter of fact, I have a bag of them because of my dear friend Lippy. She got me a bag of them and sent them to me. Are the caramel apple pops, and those things are freaking fantastic in my eyes. There's not much better than that, and like any other type of Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop, whatever Tootsie brand, they just hit it out of the ballpark. They got a freaking apple sucker with caramel on the outside of it. Like, that's amazing. And it takes you like a half hour to eat it. You just can't chew it up. So you spend a lot of time on one sucker. Or one lollipop, whatever you want to call them. How do you guys call it, by the way?
I say sucker.
Same.
It's always sucker.
Okay. So what would you guys say? Graham, what do you think about the Tootsie caramel apple pop?
I have never had them because I don't like caramel.
Oh. All right.
Yeah,
So my opinion does not sway this list at all.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't have any. Well, actually, I think I've had one, or maybe like one or two.
And what'd you think?
And they're not bad. I mean, I definitely give it a high B, maybe even a low A. So that'll probably sway the opinion in your favor more.
Yeah, because in all honesty, to me, I would put it at like a high S tier. It's like my favorite candy ever since they came out with it. So with your low A or high B and my high S, I would say I'd probably make it behind gummy bears in a low S tier. At least I would think that. I don't know what you guys would think, because since Grim doesn't really have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Are you okay with that, putting in a low S?
I'm whatever.
You're
It's really more your candy there.
all right, guys. So we got our first 10. And it goes like this. In S tier, we have gummy bears and the caramel apple pops. A tier, we've got those peanut butter M&Ms and Tootsie Roll Pops. B tier is the peanut M&M variety. Three Musketeers, Butterfinger, and Bit of Honey. C tier is Warheads and that delicate, delicious tasting, within reason, chicken feed.
I'll get you some candy corn stuffing for your turkey.
That just made me puke a little bit.
Oh, what's wrong, Phoenix?
Scrumptious.
You don't want your candy corn boiled? Maybe add some whipped cream onto it too while we're at it.
I was wondering if you're going to bring up whipped cream. We're going to add that onto our next tier list with the candy. Just going to be whipped cream.
Thanksgiving item ranking in February.
For Valentine's Day, baby.
Yeah, for Valentine's Day. Our
gosh.
favorite Thanksgiving.
Well, I mean, that's it, guys. We got our first one out of the way. We will be back next week with another 10 to be put on, and we're going to end up doing 3 episodes of this. So look forward to that. There's a chance that if one of these fall on Christmas, we may end up doing a special short for Christmas, and then it'll probably, so it could be candy tier list, Christmas episode, candy tier list. So, it just depends on how it falls. I'll have to look and see on the schedule. But with that being said, I want to thank Grim for being here. I would definitely want to thank Arson for being here. I love doing these shorts. It's a lot of fun. And if you guys like them as much as I do, check out our link below in our description and let us know. Let us know what other types of tier lists or whatever else shorts that you would like to see from us. And just know this, guys, in this month of December, keep Halloween close to you because, you know, it should always be in your heart. Don't you guys agree?
I'm gonna be honest. I completely zoned out. Let's just wrap this up.
Wow. All right.
You got my mind melted with all that bullshit you put me through, man.
Well, that's fine.
It boggles my mind.
So let's end this episode and have our candy corn eating contest, and we'll get done with that, and we'll be back, guys. Have a fabulous rest of your day and your week, and we'll see you next week.